Good morning, students. Sorry for the delay because of the network issue. Once again, uh, we're talking about the parallel resonance, and yesterday we have derived the expression for general parallel resonance circuit. It was like this: a voltage source, a resistance. In parallel with that, there is an inductance, and there is a capacitance. This is a general parallel resonance circuit R, L, C, and this is your V. And the parallel resonance circuit, we have derived the expression F is equal to resonant frequency Fr is equal to 1 over 2 pi into root LC. We got this. Okay, right? And as we all know that uh, admittance, total admittance is equal to admittance of the resistance is 1 by R plus admittance of the inductance is 1 by j omega L minus uh, what is that we have is plus 1 divided by minus j omega jxc. Okay, this is better. 1 minute. 1 by R, admittance of the resistance is 1 by R, that we call as conductance. Admittance of the impedance, inductance is J XL plus admittance of the capacitance is 1 by minus JXC. That's how we should write it. So all of them, what is that we did is 1 by R, reciprocal of the impedances of the each one we have taken. This is nothing but equal to y is equal to 1 by R plus 1 divided by j omega L. J will go to numerator, we can take it as plus j divided by x is 1 by omega c. This we can write it as y is equal to 1 by R. When j goes to numerator, it become what? Minus j divided by omega L, and omega c will go to numerator, j into omega c. This we can write it as y is equal to 1 by R plus j into, j you take common, omega c minus 1 by omega L. Okay, right. Now, if you draw the frequency response of this one, if you draw the frequency response of this parallel resonant circuit, it would be like this. Okay. Okay, this is frequency F or in hertz omega. And as usual, we have here in this one voltage, and voltage will be variation. Voltage variation will be of this one. When the impedance is maximum, uh, at resonance, what will happen is reactance part is equal to 0. For the reactance part of the admittance is 0. Reactance part of the admittance is 0. This we call as susceptance. This part 1 by R is resistance, 1 by R is conductance, and this part 1 by this one is called as 1 by admittance is known as susceptance. This whole susceptance is 0. The susceptance is the reactance part of the admittance. Y is the admittance. Admittance is nothing but 1 by impedance. So therefore, this part will be equal to 0. We got it right. Now, when the frequency is high, at higher frequency, omega, what is that? Capacitance part is more. So this is capacitive susceptance. Capacitive susceptance we call it as. At low frequencies, circuit is inductive. And at behaves like at resonant frequency FR, it behaves like a resistive or conductive, we can write it. If the impedance is maximum, that means impedance is voltage will be maximum at that point. So voltage is maximum. In the series resonance, we say that current is maximum. Here voltage is maximum. So voltage is maximum means what? Resistance is also maximum here. When the resistance is maximum, voltage will be maximum, current will be minimum. So other way around we have. So there we call it as Vmax. Vmax we call it as, or Vm we can call it as. And similarly, we have half power frequencies. Those frequencies we call it as half power frequencies F1 and F2 are omega 1 and omega 2 in terms of radians per second, omega 1 and omega 2. And at this point, voltage is reduced to, there in series resonance, current is reduced to 1 root 2 times the 1 by root 2 times the maximum value. Here, voltage is reduced to V max divided by root 2. Now, okay, right. So what about the, why we call it as these frequencies F1 and F2 are called half power frequencies. F1 and F2 are called cutoff frequencies, cutoff or half power frequencies. And this one, what is that? F1 we call it as F1 and omega 1 are called as lower cutoff frequency. F2 and omega 2 are called upper cutoff frequency. Half power frequencies. And the reason, once again, we are saying that why we call it as half power frequency, let us check it out. What is the power? Power at resonance. PR is equal to what? V max square. V squared by R. V squared by R we said. At F1 and F2, power at F1 and F2, power at F1 and F2 is equal to, what will happen is voltage is reduced to 1 by root 2 times. So therefore, what is that? We can write it as V max is nothing but V max divided by root 2. V max divided by root 2 whole square divided by R. Because voltage at this point, voltage is not V max, it is V max by root 2. So therefore, what is that? You can write it 1 by V max square, we write it as it is, divided by root 2 square is 2, that is 2R. Which is that? V max square divided by R is nothing but what? F1 and F2, power at F1 and F2 is equal to V max square divided by R is power at resonance divided by 2. Therefore, power at F1 and F2 is half of the power at resonance. Therefore, at these two frequencies, when the voltage is reduced by a factor root 2 and power is reduced to half of it, hence these two frequencies F1 and F2 are called as half power frequency. That is the reason why we call it half power. When the voltage is reduced by a factor root 2, that means the voltage reduced by a factor root 2 is nothing but what? 71 by root 2 is nothing but 0.707. If the voltage is reduced to a 70.7% of the maximum value and the power is reduced to 50%, that's the reason why we call it as half power frequencies, right? So that's what we get. Now we shall go for expression for F1 and F2 and F1 and F2 and omega 1 and omega 2. How to derive the expression for F1 and F2 and omega 1 and omega 2. Okay, let us go for that. So what is this one? Y is equal to, now we go for the derivation of this. Okay, now what is this admittance? So reactance is equal to, we all know that Y is equal to, this is also not required now. So expression for F1 and F, expression for F1, F2, bandwidth, okay, that is W1, W2 also, of course, and bandwidth. In terms of W1, W2 also, bandwidth we can calculate. And what is this bandwidth here? Bandwidth is equal to omega 2 minus omega 1 radians per second, or if you write the bandwidth in terms of frequencies, F2 minus F1 hertz. We can use this also, right? If that is the case, so we all know that Y is equal to what? 1 by R plus J into omega C minus 1 by omega L. Magnitude of Y is equal to square root of 1 by R plus 1 by R whole square into omega C minus 1 by omega L whole square under square root. That is your Y. Okay, right. Now, at resonance, what will happen? At resonance, what will happen to the admittance? Okay, right? Observe carefully. So now at resonance, what will happen? At F1 and F2. At F1 and F2. At F1 and F2, what about the impedance? And so see this one. V is equal to V max is equal to or V is equal to I into R. V max is equal to I into R. Now this is your V max. Let us say V max is equal to I into R. V max is, so now at this point, that is at maximum value. So now when the at F1 and F2, at F1 and F2, so this is at FR. Okay, at F1 and F2, at FR, this is at F1 and F2. What will happen is V becomes equal to what? V max by R. V max by root 2. So divide by root 2 on both sides. Divide by root 2 on both sides. Therefore, we will get it as V max divided by root 2. V max divided by root 2 is equal to V max divided by root 2 is equal to I into R divided by root 2. Okay, that means when the voltage is reduced by a factor root 2 and resistance is reduced by a factor root 2. So therefore, what is that? You can write it impedance. So impedance at resonance is equal to impedance Z at resonance. Z at resonance is R. Z at F1 and F2. F1 and F2 is equal to Z at F1 and F2 is equal to R by root 2. Therefore, admittance at resonance. Therefore, Y at F1 and F2. F1 and F2 is equal to root 2 by R. Y at F1 and F2 is equal to root 2 by R. So therefore, what is Y? Magnitude of Y. Magnitude of Y at resonance is root 2 by R. Therefore, we can say that magnitude of Y is equal to, so root 2 by R. Substitute in 1. Substitute in 1. What will you get? Root 2 by R. Root 2 by R is equal to square root of 1 by R square plus omega C minus 1 by omega L whole square. We get it. Now squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides. What will you get? Root 2 square is 2. 2 divided by R square is equal to 1 by R square plus omega C minus 1 by omega L whole square. Okay, transfer 1 by R square to the left hand side. 2 by R square minus 1 by R square is what? 1 by R square. That is 2 1 by R square minus 1 by R square is equal to 1 by R square is equal to omega C minus 1 by omega L whole square. Okay, now taking square root on both sides. Taking square root on both sides. What will you get? 1 by R square is what? 1 by R, which is equal to plus or minus omega C minus 1 by omega L. You will get it. Okay, right. So now what you should do? Go for F1 and F2. What will happen? At F1 or at F2? At F1. At F1, what will happen? F1 or omega 1. At F1 or omega 1, what will happen? So this is F1 is the low frequency, right? Lower cutoff frequency. That means this part is more, this part is less. Because this is F1. See, what is that? At F1, what will happen is frequency is less. Frequency is less. And this, therefore, 1 by less is what? This will become more. Therefore, circuit is inductive. At F1 and omega n, circuit is inductive. The reason is what? At F1, what will happen is this will be low frequency, because F1 is what? This one, no? Low frequency. This is F2. When F1 is low, this part will be low. This part will be, what is that? 1 by the low. 1 by low is high. Therefore, circuit become what? Inductive. So circuit become inductive, and this will be. So therefore, what is that? You can write it. So this is more and this is less. Therefore, we can write it as 1 by r is equal to 1 by r is equal to, where we have plus or minus is there. Now you take minus because for this one. So therefore, this, because this is more and this will be less. Multiply by minus sign, then what will you get? 1 by omega L, 1 by omega 1 into L, 1 by omega 1 at f is equal to f1 and omega is equal to omega 1 minus omega 1 into c, we can write it because this part is more. Now what will happen? Take the LCM. 1 by r is equal to 1 by r is equal to 1 by omega 1 square LC divided by omega 1 into L. LCM I have taken. Cross multiply it. Omega 1 into L is equal to r minus RLC into omega 1 square. Now you transfer all of them to the left hand side. RLC into omega 1 square plus L into omega 1 minus R is equal to 0. This is A, this is B, this is C. Okay, this is a quadratic equation in omega 1. Therefore, omega 1 is equal to minus B minus L plus or minus square root of B square L square minus 4A RLC, 4AC, C is minus R whole divided by 2A, 2 into RLC. This minus of minus, it become plus. Now you split it. Omega 1 is equal to, take this side, minus L divided by 2 RLC plus or minus square root of, take it, split it and take it inside the square root. If you take inside the square root, what will you get? L square divided by, if you want to take this one inside the square root, you will have to square it. So 4R square, L square, C square plus, what is the numerator? 4R square LC divided by, you are taking inside means what? 4R square L square C square. If that is the case, then what will happen? L and L gets cancelled here. L square is gets cancelled here. And 4R square, 1L is gets cancelled, 1C is gets cancelled. If that is the case, omega 1 is equal to, what will you get? Minus 1 by R, 2RC, minus 1 by 2RC, plus or minus square root of 1 by 4R square C square can be written as what? 1 by 2RC whole square. Easy to remember because 1 by 2RC here also there. Same thing we should repeat. 1 by 2RC plus or minus square root of 1 by 2RC whole square plus 1 by LC. So this is the expression for cutoff frequency. What is that? In terms of radians per second. Therefore, omega 1 is nothing but what? This is nothing but what? 2 pi f1. Therefore, f1 is equal to 1 over 2 pi into minus 1 by 2 RC plus or minus square root of 1 by 2 RC whole square plus 1 by LC. That's how it will be. In terms of hertz, you will get it. Okay, right. Now, this is in terms of radians per second. Now, what about upper cutoff frequency? Upper cutoff frequency would be of this sort. At f is equal to upper cutoff frequency, what will you get? So, at f is equal to f2 and omega is equal to omega 2 you will have. Circuit is what? See, at f2 what will happen? This side. F2 is more means what? This is more, this is less. Because this is 1 by the more is nothing but less. Therefore, this is more. So, therefore, circuit become what? Capacitive. Circuit become capacitive. If the circuit become capacitive, what will happen? So, circuit is, this is more. Therefore, this will be multiplied by plus sign. Therefore, omega C will come first. That is plus. And this will become, what is that? This omega L will be get the negative sign. So, therefore, this will get negative sign. This will become positive sign. Omega 1 will become omega 2. Same expression will continue. So, therefore, what will happen? If you take the LCM, this will become plus, this will become minus, this is omega 2, this is omega 2. And now take the LCM, this will become plus, this will become minus, and this is what? Omega 2 square. Now you take all the, transfer all of them to the right hand side. If you take all of them to the right hand side, RLC into omega 2 square and minus omega L into minus L into omega 2, L into omega 2 minus R is equal to 0. Therefore, omega 2 is equal to what we have? Minus B. Minus B is B is minus L. Minus of minus B is what? Plus L. Plus or minus square root of whole square. Minus L whole square is plus L square only. Next, what is that we have? B square minus 4. A is RLC and C is minus R only. This minus gets cancelled. This whatever is there inside, it will divided by 2A. 2 divided by RLC. It will remain same. So therefore, what will happen? Rest all will be remain same. This will become plus and this become omega 2 and this will become omega 2 and this become plus. The rest will remain same. So therefore, F2 is equal to what? 1 over 2 pi into plus 1 by 2 RC plus or minus square root of 1 by 2 RC whole square plus 1 by LC. Hertz you will get it. So that is the cutoff frequency, upper cutoff frequency for the parallel resonant circuit. If that is the case, then what is the bandwidth? Bandwidth of this one. So we shall calculate the bandwidth. So bandwidth is nothing but equal to okay, right. So bandwidth is equal to what is that we have? Omega 2 minus omega 1, upper cutoff frequency minus lower cutoff frequency. Therefore, bandwidth is equal to, in terms of radians per second, of course. So which is equal to, bandwidth is equal to omega 2. Omega 2 is what? 1 by 2 RC plus or minus, you take plus only, plus square root of 1 by 2 RC whole square plus 1 by LC minus lower cutoff frequency minus 1 by 2 RC plus square root of 1 by 2 RC whole square plus 1 by LC. Okay, right. When you subtract, what is that? This will get, you will get negative sign for this one. Therefore, this will be gets cancelled. So therefore, bandwidth is equal to 1 by 2 RC minus of minus plus 1 by 2 RC. Therefore, bandwidth is equal to 1 by 2 RC, 1 by RC. 1 by 2 RC plus 1 by 2 RC is 1 by RC radians per second. That is nothing but omega 2 minus omega 1 is equal to 1 by RC, or radians per second. Omega 2 is what? 2 pi F2 minus 2 pi F1 is equal to 1 by RC. Take 2 pi common and transfer to the denominator. Therefore, F2 minus F1, bandwidth is equal to, in terms of hertz, F2 minus F1 is equal to 1 over 2 pi into RC. Hertz, you will get it. So this is the bandwidth of parallel resonant circuit, right? Now, so that's about the bandwidth of the parallel resonant circuit. Now let us define the quality factor of the parallel resonant circuit. The relations remains. See here, quality factor is equal to quality factor of a parallel resonant circuit. See, series resonant circuit, what is that we said? Series, what is that we said? Quality factor of a series resonant circuit is equal to inductive reactance at resonance to the resistance of the circuit, or capacitive reactance SCR divided by R. That's what the quality factor. But here it will become reciprocal because they are become all the components will become parallel. So therefore, quality factor is equal to R divided by XLR or R divided by XCR. That is the quality factor, which is nothing but equal to R divided by omega R into L, or what is that you can write it? So it will go to numerator omega CR, because omega CR is XCR is nothing but what? 1 by omega C. Omega C will go to numerator, omega C into R we can write it. Omega C into R we can write it, right? So which is nothing but equal to, quality factor is equal to what? R by 2 pi FR into L. R by 2 pi FR into L. R which is equal to R, we can write it as 2 pi FR into CR. That is your, what is that? Quality factor. And what about bandwidth? Bandwidth is nothing but equal to what? Bandwidth in terms of F2 and F1. Bandwidth is equal to 1 by 2 pi RC. Okay, 1 by 2 pi RC. Bandwidth is equal to. So Q is equal to, what is that you can write it? 1 by 2 pi RC. 1 by 2 pi RC is nothing but, so FR divided by 1 divided by 2 pi RC. 2 pi RC. See, 2 pi RC, take it to the denominator, it will become what? 1 divided by 2 pi RC. If you multiply, it will go to numerator, you can get back that one. So from that. But what is this one? Q is equal to what? FR divided by, what is this one? This is nothing but bandwidth. So therefore, FR by bandwidth, same relation what we had in our series resonance, you will get that. Because 1 by 2 pi RC is what? Bandwidth. So FR by bandwidth we can write it. Or multiply numerator denominator, or multiply. So this is in terms of, so Q is equal to, FR is nothing but what? Multiply numerator denominator by 2 pi. 2 pi FR divided by, what is that? 2 pi into F2 minus F1. So Q is equal to 2 pi FR is omega R divided by omega 2 minus omega 1. So quality factor, the relation remains same for series and parallel resonant circuit. Okay. If that is the case, then we can represent even this one also in terms of bandwidth and quality factor. Okay, right? That is also possible. That and all is not so much required, but anyhow, it may be required for competitive examination. We may use that. So, like, just for your information, I will be doing it. And for VTU examination and all, I think it's not required. Okay. Now let us go for bandwidth. In terms of bandwidth, how to represent omega 1 and omega 2. We all know that omega 1 is equal to there, what is that we have? Minus 1 by 2 RC plus or minus square root of 1 by 2 RC whole square plus 1 by LC. It is not so important for you now. Okay. Just you to keep it in mind and do it. Okay, right. This is nothing but equal to bandwidth in terms of omega and omega 2. So therefore, omega 1 is equal to 1 by RC. I can let us call this bandwidth as B. I'll call it as B, bandwidth. Omega 2 minus omega 1 is what? 1 by RC. Therefore, 1 by RC, in place of 1 by RC, I can write it as minus B by 2 plus or minus square root of what? B by 2 whole square, 1 by plus 1 by LC in terms of resonant frequency also. What is your resonant frequency? If omega r is equal to what? What is that we have? FR is equal to 1 over 2 pi into root LC. And 2 pi FR is omega r. Omega r is equal to 1 over root LC. Therefore, omega r square is equal to 1 by LC. Therefore, we can write it as omega r square. Omega r square. In terms of omega 1 is equal to in terms of, and similarly, and for omega 2 is equal to minus b by 2 plus or minus square root of b by 2 whole square plus omega r square. This way also we can write it. So these are the cutoff frequencies in terms of what is that? Bandwidth. In terms of Q also we can represent. So that is also I'll do it. Just observe. So what is Q? Okay, right. Q is equal to what? So Q is equal to in terms of this one. Q in terms of this one is nothing but equal to what? Omega r by B. Bandwidth is nothing but equal to B we called. Okay, right. In terms of in terms of B, omega r is equal to omega r by B we said. B is the bandwidth we said. So now we substitute in this one. Okay, right. B is equal to what? So here, in terms of B, therefore substitute for B. B is equal to, from this one, B is equal to, here only I'll write it. B is equal to omega r by Q. Omega r divided by Q. Now we can write the expression for cutoff frequencies in terms of Q also. So omega 1 is equal to minus B by 2. Minus B is what? Omega r by Q. 2Q. Omega r by 2Q plus or minus square root of omega r divided by 2Q whole square plus omega r square. Now omega 1, I can take omega r outside. Here omega r square is there, omega r square is there. Complete omega r outside I can take it. Omega r into minus 1 by 2Q plus or minus square root of 1 by 2Q whole square plus 1. This way you can write it, omega 1 in terms of radians per second. And omega 2 is equal to same thing, omega r into plus 1 by 2Q plus or minus square root of 1 by 2Q whole square plus 1. Okay, right. So these are the cutoff frequencies in terms of Q and omega r, cutoff frequency in terms of B and omega r, cutoff frequency in terms of what is that way, R and C, circuit elements, all those things. For you, this much is not required. This is not so important for you. And these two equations are very, very important. They may ask, but even then, in the examination, general parallel resonance circuit, they have not asked much. And problems are also very less in case of parallel resonance circuit. So now, so this is the basic derivations of the parallel resonance circuit and Q and bandwidth. Okay, right. Now, 1 minute. Now we shall go for the practical resonance circuit, practical parallel resonance circuit. This is very, very important. The derivation they'll ask in the examination, and we have seen few problems also. In the examination, problems or derivation on general parallel resonance circuit is very rare. Majority of the papers, they'll ask the problems and derivations on practical resonance circuit. So practical parallel resonance circuit. Practical parallel resonance circuit. Okay, right. What is practical parallel resonance circuit? That is the second circuit what I gave in the beginning, right? In the last class. So why we call it as practical? Let us say a resonant circuit with an inductance in series with a resistance and a capacitor. This is known as practical parallel resonant circuit. The reason behind that is Let us say if you have L here, C here, R here, this R, see, every inductance is having some resistance. And therefore, always this resistance of the inductor is exist in series with the inductance. Hence, this is a practical coil and which is having a resistance R. So this kind of circuit we call as parallel resonant, practical parallel resonant circuit. And derive the expression for the cutoff frequency, resonant frequency of the parallel resonant circuit. They'll ask when inductance is having a resistance, they will say, or they say that give the circuit diagram, they'll give the circuit diagram, derive the cutoff frequency, resonant frequency of the parallel circuit shown below, they'll say. You should be able to derive that. So how to do this one? Okay. So I may not be able to complete this today, but anyhow, I'll start this. One by one, we shall do it. Okay. What is the impedance? Impedance of inductance circuit. Inductance circuit, which is equal to R plus J omega L. R plus J omega L. Therefore, admittance of inductive circuit is what? 1 by R plus J omega L. 1 divided by R plus J omega L, this is. Okay, right. If you want to separate the real part and imaginary part, so we'll have to multiply the numerator denominator by its conjugate. So this we call it as YL. This we call it as ZL. Impedance of the inductive circuit is what? These two are series. That I'll call it as ZL. Reciprocal of it we call it as admittance of the inductive circuit. If you want to separate real part and imaginary part, why you want to separate the real part and imaginary part? Because ultimately, while doing this resonant frequency, what is that we said? The imaginary part will become zero. If you want to make the imaginary part to be separate, it should be what is that? Real part, imaginary part should be separately available. Hence, we'll have to multiply by conjugate R minus J omega L divided by R minus J omega L. Numerator, denominator divided by, multiply and divided by the same quantity. Now, this is nothing but equal to what? YL is equal to R minus J omega L divided by R square minus of J squared is what? Minus of minus plus omega squared L square. So YL. Now, impedance of capacitance circuit is equal to what? Impedance is nothing but what? Minus JXC. Impedance is equal to minus JXC, which is nothing but equal to minus J divided by omega C. Minus J divided by omega C. Now, what is that? You can write it. Impedance, we call it as ZC is equal to, therefore, YC, admittance of capacitance circuit is equal to omega C divided by reciprocal of it, omega C divided by minus J. Minus J, when you take it to the numerator, J omega C, you will get it. J omega C will get it. So therefore, total admittance is equal to, whenever we have parallel, always for parallel circuit, taking admittance is an advantage because all of them will be in the form of reciprocal of the impedance. So therefore, what we do is we take everything admittance only for parallel circuits. Y is equal to, total admittance is equal to Y is equal to YL plus YC, admittance of the inductance admittance of the capacitance. Y is equal to YL. YL is what? What is that we have? R minus j omega L. R minus j omega L divided by R square plus omega squared L squared plus YC. YC is what? J omega C. Now you separate Y and real part and imaginary part. Y is equal to, real part is what? R divided by R square plus omega squared L squared. R square plus omega squared L squared. And imaginary part plus J into omega c minus omega L divided by R square plus omega square L square. Okay, right. Now, at resonance, what will happen? At resonance, once again condition remains same. At resonance, imaginary part is equal to 0 because circuit behaves like a resistive. For admittance, if you are saying in terms of admittance, it is conductive. At resonance, imaginary part is 0. So therefore, at resonance, what will happen? Imaginary part is 0. Omega becomes equal to omega r. Therefore, omega r into C minus omega r into L divided by R square plus omega r square into L square, we write it, is equal to 0. Imaginary part I return. Okay, omega r square. Now take omega r common and omega r will be gets cancelled. So divide throughout by omega r. Divide by omega r. What will you get? This omega r will get cancelled. What will you get? C minus L divided by R square plus omega r square L square is equal to 0. So therefore, we can write it as, yes. Anyway, I'll stop at this point. Next class, I'll continue. So expression for admittance, we got it. I'll continue from that point in the next class. Okay.